So this Calculus 1 is a 4 credit hour class. And so basically what that means is that normally our classes would go for 4 hours, or but we're gonna meet today, and today is really the only day where we're gonna meet like in person, so to speak. Have a regularly scheduled class. Now, you might say, well, how are we going to have class then? Well, because of the situation with everyone's schedule and curfews and COVID and all this kind of stuff, I have all of the lessons pre-recorded, and they're on the YouTube website and the YouTube site. And so I'm going to show you how to access all of that. And then we'll talk about the grading and how all of that's going to be done. So let me first take you to the, I'm going to go ahead and take you to the website, okay? To the, well, let's just talk about the syllabus here, first of all. Okay, so can you all see Calculus 1 syllabus? Is that view visible?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, well, I can see it.
Okay, great, thank you. So as we go over that, don't hesitate if you have any questions or whatever. Don't, we'll just kind of go with what we have here. Okay, so this is the wrong, hold on, is this the wrong, no, summer 2020. Huh. Okay. So, well, let me just talk about for a minute how we're going to do this if we're not going to have regular classes. Typically, you're going to work individually on the YouTube videos, and then if you have questions that your tutor or you can answer, we'll talk about different resources that you'll have available. Then what you'll do is request a virtual office hour. And so these hours are wrong. I've got to change this. Our class meets Monday and Wednesday. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to reserve those times. It's actually from 2 to 5. Those are the times where you guys will have sort of priority over my schedule. And so what you'll do is send me an email and say, I would like to have a virtual office hour at this time. And then we'll click on that same Zoom the same Zoom place that you clicked on before, the same Zoom link, and then we'll have another session. And then what I'll do is I'll record that and upload it to everyone else, because I figure if you have a question, it might answer someone else's question too. Okay, so let's see. Wait. All right, just 1 second here. So when we, okay, so when you log in, you want, I want to make sure that your camera works, but if you don't have to turn the video on if you don't want to. And then just typically keep your microphone muted until you have a question or comment, okay? And that way it will help everyone. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to talking about the course description. So introduction to limits, continuity, differential and integral calculus of a single variable, functions and related applications. Now, if all of that sounds new to you, then you're probably not alone. After we get through chapter 1, most of the stuff that we do will be completely new to everyone. It's not like where a lot of algebra classes you have had the year before and so on. So, okay. You know what? This is, oh, okay. I'm going to have to do something weird here. For some reason, I think I uploaded the syllabus to the wrong. All right. Well, let's just, oh, here we got somebody else. Okay, great. Okay, so as we go, see the calculus, we're going to go cover 6 chapters. And the first chapter, functions, that's going to be sort of the review. I used to actually skip that chapter, but I've noticed a lot of students like having a review chapter. So chapter 1 will be a review of functions, trig, that kind of stuff. Then we'll actually get into calculus proper in chapter 2, and then the rest of the way will be calculus. Now, as we finish the last chapter, just so you know, I plan on dropping your lowest test score. And then chapter 6, I kind of like to make the quizzes extra credit in that as well. So it's not that the entire chapter 6 is extra credit, but I will allow you to drop your lowest test. Okay? All right, so then there's the, okay, let's go to, all right. Let's see, I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's go to the, okay, so the grade breakdown and is the final exam will count 30% of your grade, midterm 20, quizzes 25, and test 25. Attendance is not required. Okay, so I may never see you again the whole semester if that's what you choose. You choose to work on your own, and that's fine. There's no penalty for that. Okay, so the letter grade breakdown is kind of normal. Quizzes and tests. Now, normally in a normal semester, the way I do is after we finish a lesson, then I give you a week to do the quiz or the test. However, with our situation here, what I'm going to do is when I open up the assessments, I'm going to keep them open for the whole summer session. So like the first quiz that I open up today, it's not going to close until like July 22nd. Okay, so you're not going to just have a week, you're going to have the whole time. So ideally, you can work at your own rate. Okay, now there's no homework, but I would suggest that in each section, there's what I call the student success organizer. Okay, let me go back to that. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay, so each section has says like Math 221, SSO 1.1. So SSO means Student Success Organizer, and so that's like my organizer for you to help you write notes for that section. So the first thing that you would want to do as you go to each section is download the Student Success Organizer, and then have that in front of you. And then you would watch the videos, and then this will help you take notes. And then I've got practice problems that are very similar to the quiz questions for each one. And each section will have basically one page of notes, front and back. So the Student Success Organizer's one page for each section. So you would download that, print it out, have it in front of you when you watch the videos. Okay, so speaking of that, so then if we go to here, it says Strong Calculus 1 YouTube channel. So all of the videos are on the YouTube channel. So if you click there, okay, then you should see Strong Calculus 1. And so then you can kind of scroll through there to see what section you're on. Here, whoops. I don't think I meant to. Oh yeah, here it is. So syllabus 1. and 1.1a. So see, this is an actual video.
Good afternoon.
Of me teaching live students lesson by lesson. And so there's usually between 3 and 5 high schools or college classes, groups of college classes where I've taught this. So now you can, you know, I would recommend you know, fast forward the first 5 or 10 minutes of it as we're kind of getting settled in the classroom, and then take and roll that business, and then go to where where I'm actually teaching. Now, some students have actually said that they really like the lessons on YouTube even better than being live, because you can fast forward through all the stuff you know. You can rewind if there was something you didn't understand, pause if you want to take notes on a screen, whatever. Okay, so but all of the videos for the whole course are already uploaded. So you can actually go as fast as you want, you know, through the class. Okay, now let me go back to the Moodle. So you have, so the student success organizers, and then the video, and then I also, as we go, I will also be uploading the actual lessons that I use in the videos. So they're Smartboard lessons. I convert them to a PDF, and then you can download those. Now, the good thing about those lessons is not only does it have everything that you see in the video, but there's also a lot of things that you don't see in the video, where if students have asked me questions, or a lot of times I just work through a lot of extra problems, okay? Just to, for extra help. Let's see, let me try to, okay. All right, so you see here where it says homework, page 11, 1 to 71 odd. Okay, there is no homework. That's just, I mean, there's no homework grade. It's not required. You can, those are totally optional, okay? And so, but I would recommend you do some odd problems in each section and then check them in the back of the book. What I find is that there's some students that kind of feel like that they get it in the lesson, and so then they just go to the quiz. And maybe you can do that in a quiz, but then when it comes to the tests or the midterm or the final, if you haven't had that extra practice, it's going to show, okay? So you do some odd ones, check them, and then if you get stuck, or you don't understand, those lessons will have a lot of extra problems. So let me just kind of open one of those up. Okay. So you can see this one actually has several problems that that are worked out in detail, and so you can check those out and see if that doesn't help you with those particular problems. Okay, so just practice problems and they're all worked out. All right. Okay. Now, how fast should you go? this is basically what the scope and sequence, or a pacing guide. You might, that's was on the Moodle too. So, and I just put down the days that, we're scheduled to have class, but you can spread these out, instead of doing like 1-1 through 1-3 today, you could wait and spread it out through the week. Okay. And do a couple of and you could even, like, let's say there's a question on 1-3 that you have a question on. I wouldn't even take the quiz until you've come and asked me that question, and have me go over some examples or something. If there's something that you don't understand, I don't want you to feel like that you're in such a rush that you have to hurry and take the quiz according to the schedule. This is just kind of a guide. All right. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Okay, so midterms and finals. These will be proctored exams taken on the Moodle. Again, if you miss any of the assessments, if you don't have it done July 22nd at midnight, that's when the summer term closes down. And so whatever you don't have in there will be turned into a 0. Okay. Now, this part about online proctoring, it says this course requires the use of Lockdown Browser and a webcam for online exams. The webcam can be built into your computer, or can be the type that plugs in with a USB cable. So if you don't have a webcam, or if it doesn't work, you've got to be working on that. Okay. Now, if there's a problem, and so the first time you use it, you have to download a little app for this Lockdown Browser. If you have any questions or concerns about that, then you contact Student Services, and they can help you through it. Now, is there anyone that is going to be trying to, that uses a Chromebook? Anyone? A Chromebook? Okay. So I really, as far as people with a laptop, with a webcam, I really haven't had any problems with it. So you just let me know if there is a problem. Okay, so so now let's go back to the Moodle. Okay, so you would look at the guided notes, the Student Success Organizer, look at the lesson if you need to, and then you take your quiz. Now, all of the quizzes, the tests, the midterm, and the final are all going to be open book, open note for the whole term. So the better you take notes on those Student Success Organizers, the more it's going to help you. The more you work out homework problems and have examples and show your work, that's going to help you. Okay, it'll help you on the quizzes. Now, I've made it so that you get 2 attempts for each quiz, and I take the highest of the 2 grades. Okay. Now with, let's see, I think the tests are the same. You get 2 attempts, take the highest grade. The midterm and the final, though, you only get 1 attempt. Okay. All right. So, so that takes you through each section. All right, let's go back to, oops, sorry. Okay, so study tips. Practice daily. The answers to the odd problems are in the back of the book. They are perfect to do as practice problems. I'd highly recommend that. Work on the practice problems with a friend, classmate, or tutor. It's if some of you, work together through Zoom or call or whatever, when you're working on the homework, that's not cheating, that's helpful. But when you are doing an assessment, you can't work together. Now, you can also, on the course, on the Moodle, there's actually a link to a free tutoring service, tutor.com. Now, well, it's free to you. MPC actually pays for this for you. And so it's available 24/7. And so you can ask them questions. MPC also has some tutors available, some live tutors. And when we get the new summer schedule, I'll forward that to you or post that on the Moodle. And then if you're struggling with a concept or a problem or anything, I want you to shoot me an email and say, Mr. Strong, I'm in your Calc 1 class. Could you please do page 27, number 13, or set up a Zoom office hour. Say, I would really like to meet Wednesday at 4 p.m. and to review the practice 2 on section 1.3. So if you tell me specifically what it is that you want to review, I can have that all queued up and ready, and that's very helpful. But I always want you to feel like that you can contact me anytime. Now, our class time, 2 to 5 on Mondays and Wednesdays, that's your priority. That's where you are my number one priority. So if other students from other classes are wanting that time, I will give preference to you because this is your scheduled class time. But don't hesitate to let me know if this doesn't work. If you've got to work on Wednesday afternoon and you want to try to have a couple of questions answered Thursday at 10 a.m., that would be great. You just shoot me an email, set up the time, and then you'll just click on that same Zoom link, and then we'll go from that. Okay. All right, let's go back to. Okay. What else did I want to emphasize here? Okay. There may or may not be a survey at the end. I don't know, but anyway, I really am quite excited to see how this is going to work, this online class. I have to admit that last semester after spring break, I was a little bit nervous about my classes and really was unsure how they were going to go. But I had 100% of my calculus students pass. And that, I was just thrilled by that. And so I don't see why we can't have 100% pass for the summer. So but the key is you've got to communicate with me if you ever have any questions or concerns. Okay, so I've been talking for the last half hour. Does anyone have any questions for me?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So as you said, it's an open book, right? That applies to the midterm and final too?
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct. So again, when you download those student success organizers, you're going to see exactly what I think is the most important skills for you to have in each section. Okay. So if there's stuff in the book that's not on those, I mean, well, let me just say this. The student success organizer is going to help you take the right notes. But if there's something that you have to look up, if there's a vocabulary term, you want to have the book there too. Okay. Now, when some people, when they see the price of the book is over $200, they're like, I'm not buying that book. And I totally get that. But you might also see the copyright on this book. I've intentionally, I'm happy with the book. I don't understand why some professors feel like they have to update where they have to get a new edition every other year. It's just more money for the book companies, but math doesn't change a whole lot in the last 5 years. I like the book. Right now, I've had students get a used copy of this book online for less than $20. And so don't get intimidated when you see like their price tag for a new one. A used one is just fine. But you want to have that. If you don't have the book, you're not going to be able to do as well. So you really need the book and the notes with you when you're doing the midterm and the final and the tests and quizzes for that matter.
Okay. Is the ebook fine also? Because that's what I purchased.
Oh, you've got the ebook? Okay, that's great. No, that's perfect. You just have to be able to, find stuff. If there's a question that about, let's say, continuity, and you forget where that is, then you'll need to be able to find that in the book. Look it up and that's 2.6, and be able to look that up and that kind of stuff. The book is actually pretty well organized, and I organize all the lessons based on this book. Okay. So, but yeah, ebooks. Do you mind me asking? I hope you don't mind me asking, but how much did the ebook cost you?
It was like $50.
Okay. Well, that's not bad because you can cut and paste. You can, But let's see. Okay. The only thing is, I'm not sure if when you're taking the midterm and the final, when it does that lockdown browser, I don't know if it locks that down or not.
Well, the thing is, I have it on my iPad. So is it okay if I use my tablet?
Yes. Yeah, that would be fine. That would be fine. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. Thank you. Those are great questions. I hadn't considered that. So what else? Anything else? Okay. So again, what I would suggest you do is start. Go to the YouTube channel. Well, we'll download the Student Success Organizer. Go to the YouTube channel and watch that first video. You can fast forward through the syllabus part as we've done that. And so it'll be the tail end of that first video where it'll actually start the instruction for 1.1, and then just start from there. And then after you watch the video, then what I would do is go and try some of the odd problems, check them in the back of the book, see if you're understanding right. And then once you feel good about doing some of those, then you take the quiz and then go on to the next section like that. So the first chapter only has 4 sections. And so, and then where this being a 4-hour class, typically I've got either 3 or 4 lessons scheduled for each day. Okay. All right. And then please, please, please don't hesitate to email me. Let me know what class that you're in and specifically what I can do to help you. Okay. That's going to be kind of my role every day. So the email is going to be by far the best way to get in touch with me because I'll be checking it all day long, especially on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay. All right. Anything else? Because I'm going to cut you loose and let you get started. Anything else? All right. Well, you guys, good luck. And I hope you have a great day. And please let me know if there's anything to do to help. All right. And we'll see you whenever you need me. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.